Good evening, Lancer fans, and welcome to Lowell, Massachusetts for LPS Media's coverage of the 2018 MIAA Division I North Championship game. Your Lancers come into tonight's game as the number 2 seed in the tournament, and they will be taking on the Everett Crimson Tide, the number 1 seed. We want to thank you for joining us on this special LPS Media playoff broadcast. My name is Jay Oza, here with you for all the play-by-play commentary. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the tip-off of this historic game.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us this evening for this special LPS Media broadcast. It is the finals of the MIAA Division I North Tournament. What a special broadcast we have for you tonight with your Lawrence High School Lancers in one of the biggest games in school history. They have made it all the way through the playoffs into the championship game of the Division I North playoffs. And the only thing between them and a trip to the state semifinals is Everett High School, the number 1 seed, coming in at 22-1. Everett in the white uniforms with the red trim, Lawrence in the blue uniforms with the white trim. Folks, it's been a pleasure and a privilege all season to provide you with Lawrence Lancers basketball coverage, and here we go. We've made it to the finals of the North Tournament. Everett controls the tip, trying to score on their opening possession. They can't get it to go, and Lawrence has their first possession of the ball game. Juan Felix Rodriguez going all the way to the basket, but he can't finish. That ball's out of bounds, and it was last touched by Lawrence. 7:47 to go here in the first, no score. Lancers trying to stop the center for Everett. That's number 44, Jalen Isles-Smith. He opens up the scoring in this ball game, 2-0 Everett here. Here's Castillo in front of the Everett bench. Jaden Castillo putting the ball down, kicks it to Kinsley. Now it's Reynoso with 15 on the shot clock for Lawrence. Lancers down 2-0 in the first minute of the game. Reynoso into the paint. Front rims it, gets his own board, can't get it to go. Rebound is loose underneath. It was last touched by Monty Campbell of Everett High. Lancers trying to get on the board here. They're down 2-0. Fresh shot clock to work with. Here's Castillo. Now Kinsley. Juan Felix Rodriguez. Standing in the UMass Lowell Riverhawks logo here at the Tsongas Center. Kinsley can't get it to go. Rebound is loose. It's grabbed by Caleb Jacobs. Here's Jacobs behind his back, pulls up from the foul line, gets it to go. 4-0 Everett to open up the game. 6:45 left in the first. Here's Castillo for Lawrence. Kinsley wide open, takes it. No good, off the left side of the rim. Jacobs has it for Everett. Jacobs all the way, leaving it for Isles-Smith, who gets 2. 6-0 Everett on a run to start off the final of the North Championship game. And the Lancers want to call timeout. Head coach Raymond Nunez has seen enough of this opening run by Everett. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. The score, Crimson Tide 6, Lancers nothing. We want to thank you for watching LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. And we'll take this opportunity to remind you that we broadcast on Comcast Channel 99, Verizon Channel 41, and on YouTube. LPS Media broadcasts 24 hours a day, We cover events at all of the wonderful Lawrence Public Schools. Some of our regular programming includes LHS Sports, theatrical productions, and Inside LHS, a show featuring news from around the LHS campus. Check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel to watch LPS media all day, every day on any device. Get the app or open up your favorite browser and you can watch over 1,000 videos from the last 5 years. So after the timeout called by Lancer head coach Raymond Nunez, we're back to the action with 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. MIAA Division I North Championship game. Lancers trying to get on the board for the first time here tonight. Castillo has it stolen from him, but there's a foul in transition. The foul is going to be on Castillo as Isaiah Likely is ready to take it to the rack. Ends up being a smart foul by Castillo. Nice job by Everett to grab the turnover. Lancers get Chris Ruiz into the ball game, wearing number 15 for the Lancers. Here's Likely over to Boyce. Boyce pulls up from the foul line. Money. Everett has their offense flowing here early, 8-0. Crimson Tide leading the Lancers. Lancers still trying to get on the board here. Castillo trying to get by Likely into the paint. Finds a lane. Can't finish with the left hand. Rebound Everett. Here's Jacobs. Caleb Jacobs leaves it for Likely. Isaiah Likely. Likely across to Jacobs. Jacobs puts it down on Reynoso. Too hard off the glass. Lancer basketball. Rodriguez gets it to Ruiz. Ruiz to the basket. High off the glass. Rebound Lawrence. Juan Felix trying to finish. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Everett. Here's Jacobs. Lancers still can't catch a break. It's 8-0. Everett on top. Everett basketball. 5:06 left in the first quarter. Here's Campbell handing off to Likely. We're going to have an offensive foul against Everett. Finally, some cheers from the crowd, which is majority Lawrence supporting, perhaps 60-40 in favor of Lawrence, playing only about 20 minutes away, up 495 from Lawrence High School. Everett in as the number 1 seed in the North Tournament. Lancers number 2. Lawrence finishing the year at 21-2 from the corner. Castillo can't get it to go. And the Lancers still looking to get on the board here. 8-0 Everett in transition. That's Boyce who can't finish. Last touch by Lawrence. It'll remain Everett ball, and they'll have a fresh 30-second shot clock to work with. 4:40 left in the first quarter. 8-0 Crimson Tide. Here's Campbell getting ready to inbound with Ruiz guarding. Campbell gets it in cleanly to Jacobs. Jacobs pulling out. Jacobs working on Castillo. Jacobs all the way to the rack. He draws the foul. Foul's going to go on Jaden Castillo. It's going to be the second team foul for the Lancers here in this first half. Comes with 4:27 remaining in the first. Jacobs at the line for a couple of free throws. Left-handed free throw. The first one is good. 9-0. Crimson Tide on top of the Lancers. It's exactly how John DiBiaso and the Everett Crimson Tide wanted to start here at the Tsongas Center. 1 of 2 from the line, Jacobs. Lancer basketball, 4:22 left in the first, 9-0. The Crimson Tide leading Lawrence. Here's Kinsley. Dangerous pass over to Reynoso. Reynoso putting it down, kicks it to Kinsley for 3. Yes, and the Lancers are on the board thanks to Christian Kinsley knocking one down from the near side corner. 9-3, Lancers have arrived. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first. There's Nathaniel Mehu off the bench for Everett. Now Likely. Here's Isaiah Likely. The runner comes up short, gets his own rebound, Likely with the left hand gets 2 to make it 11-3. Everett in the lead. Here's Camacho, takes the open jumper, no good. Airballs the 3, passes out in front of Jacobs, who catches up to it, leaves it for Boyce, who can't finish. Rebound grabbed by Mayhew. Mayhew still has it, trying to get it, stolen by Camacho. Lancer basketball. 3:15 left in the first. Lancers down 11-3. Juan Felix, long on the shot. Rebound goes to Mayhew. Now Isaiah Likely. Likely spins, kicks it to Jacobs, knocks it down. Caleb Jacobs. He had his foot on the line, so it's only a 2, 13-3, back to a 10-point lead for the Crimson Tide. Here's Kinsley, out to Rodriguez. Ruiz fading away, can't get it to go. Camacho almost scooped up the board, but he knocked it out of bounds. Everett basketball, 2:41 to go here in the first. Here's Jacobs bringing the ball up for Everett. Isaiah Likely in front of the Lancer bench. Leaves it for Jacobs. Jacobs working on Juan Felix. Jacobs with the left hand. Jacobs trying to drive through, leaving it down for Thompson. Off the board, no good, and it's grabbed by Rodriguez. Here come the Lancers in transition. Reynoso trying to get himself going offensively. Foul on the floor before the shot. That basket does not count, as it looks like Reynoso was fouled before the shot. Nathaniel Mayhew picks up his first personal foul. That is the second team foul for Everett. Lancers inbound. Reynoso trying to drive baseline, mid-range jumper, and he gets it to go. Luis Reynoso showing the mid-range game, and it's 13-5. Lancers within 8 here. Under 2 minutes to go here, first quarter of the championship game of the MIAA Division I North playoffs. As Boyce couldn't finish there. Here's Ruiz in transition. Ruiz all the way to the bucket and calmly lays it in. Chris Ruiz trying to bring the Lancers back. It's 13-7, 6-point game. Here's Isaiah Likely working on Reynoso. Likely brings it out. Isaiah Likely, 13 to shoot. Now Jacobs. Jacobs all the way into the paint. What a move by the senior Caleb Jacobs. 15-7, back to an 8-point game. 1:07 left in the first. Here's Rodriguez driving with the left hand. Rodriguez penetrating the Everett defense. It's 15-9. Lancers down by 6. Final minute of the first quarter. Here's Boyce for 3. Front rims it. Here's Chris Ruiz. Look out, he lost the handle. And now Likely up the other way. Here's Isaiah Likely putting the moves on Reynoso. Reynoso reaches in and Likely draws the foul. And Likely should be at the line for a pair of free throws. Reynoso picks up his first personal foul. That is the third on the team. Isaiah Likely makes the first of 2 free throws. 16-9 the score with 39.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Isaiah Likely makes 1 of 2. Rebound is loose here and it's grabbed by Ruiz, who hands off to Juan Felix Rodriguez. Lancers have 25 to shoot, 30 on the game clock now. Lancers slowing it down with Rodriguez, standing on the logo of the UMass Lowell Riverhawks here at the Kennedy Family Court on the campus of UMass Lowell. 15 seconds left in the quarter, 6 to shoot for the Lancers. Reynoso gets it to Ruiz, pops it, can't finish. Rebound goes to Jacobs, 4 seconds to go. Wide open, Boyce can't finish, 2 seconds. Ruiz has to put it up, and Ruiz comes up short at the buzzer. The score after 1 quarter of play in the MIAA Division I North championship game. The Everett Crimson Tide lead the Lawrence High School Lancers by the score of 16-9. What a season it has been for these Lawrence High School Lancers. They are currently on a 12-game winning streak, coming in as the number 2 seed in this tournament. Over the course of that winning streak, they've picked up victories against Billerica, North Andover, Methuen, Haverhill, Dracut, Central Catholic, Lowell, Andover, Methuen, Andover again in the playoffs, St. John's in the quarterfinals, Cambridge Rinch and Latin in the semifinals, and they find themselves facing off against the Everett Crimson Tide here in the North Finals. Meanwhile, Everett lost only once this season. That was a 76-71 loss against Brighton on December 28th. That was a home game for the Crimson Tide. After that, they've ripped off wins against Peabody, Revere, Malden, Cathedral, Winthrop, Danvers, Medford, Swampscott, Beverly, Marblehead, Lynn English, Somerville, Lynn Classical, St. John's Prep, and Lynn English in the tournament. They defeated Chelmsford in the first round, Waltham in the quarterfinals, and Lowell in the semifinals at Salem High School for 18 wins in a row, a 22-1 record this year, and the number 1 seed in this MIAA Division I North tournament, which will end tonight here at the Tsongas Center in Lowell. We want to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media. Our producer, Suzanne Fernandez. My name is Jay Oza. It's a pleasure, and it's been a privilege to provide you with the commentary for Lawrence High School Lancers basketball. This epic season of 2017-18, the second quarter now underway with the Lancers down by 7 against the Crimson Tide, 16-9. Angel Vasquez wide open, and Vasquez knocks it down. A 3 off the bench for Angel, and it's 16-12. The Lancers are within 4. Here's Mehu trying to work on Vasquez. He hands it off. Lancers trying to grab a steal. Camacho picks it up. Everett turns it over. Here's Reynoso up ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz driving baseline. Reverse layup is good. What a move by Chris Ruiz. It's 16-4. Beg your pardon, 16-14. The Lancers are now within 2. Crimson Tide led by as much as 10. Lancers have cut it down to 2 here with 7:03 remaining in the second quarter. Here is Isaiah Likely. Likely working on Rodriguez all the way to the basket, left-handed, can't finish. Rebound is loose. It's grabbed by Juan Felix. Camacho all alone. Camacho has tied the game at 16. And this crowd has come to life. Majority Lancer fans here at the Tsongas Center, not by much, but they've been louder than the Everett fans, at least so far. Camacho going for the steal on Mehu. Now Garrett Boyce. Here's Boyce for 3, silencing the crowd, the Lancer crowd, and exciting the Everett crowd. Breaking the tie. Jared Boyce, the senior, 6'1" guard. What a shot to make it 19-16. Everett regains the lead. 6:07 left in the second quarter. Camacho wide open, knocks it down. The Lancers have shooters all over the place. So Boyce breaks the tie and Camacho ties it right back up. 19 apiece here, 5:50 left in the second of the championship game of this North tournament. Game has lived up to the hype thus far. Everett on an early run, but the Lancers have answered right back. Jumper is no good from Thompson. Rebound Reynoso. Here is Rodriguez, 5:30 to go in the second quarter. Tied up at 19, 20 on the shot clock for the Lancers. Vasquez gets it to Reynoso, 12 to shoot. Camacho couldn't get it to go a second time. Rebound is loose. Ruiz in the neighborhood has it. Now Camacho. Ruiz from way downtown and he front rims it. Rebound goes to Thompson. Here's Isaiah Likely bringing the ball up for the Tide. Jared Boyce gets it back. What a move Boyce on the drive, getting 2 and making it look easy. Crimson Tide back on top, 21-19, 4:44 left in the first half. Here's Rodriguez looking to the bench and Coach Nunez for a play. Rodriguez pulls back, knocks it down! Juan Felix for 3! The Lancers have their first lead of the ball game, 22-21. Lawrence High on top of Everett. Isaiah Likely gets Everett back into the lead, 23-22 on that layup. Isaiah Likely answering right back after Lawrence was able to get its first lead. Here's Reynoso behind the back. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound is loose and it's grabbed by Thompson. Here's Likely in transition, and Likely trying to go behind the back is able to draw the foul. And let's see which member of the Lancer defense it's on. Crowd not fond of the call. Fouls on Vasquez, 5th team foul of this first half on Lawrence. Not a shooting foul, so Everett inbounds right in front of the scorer's table. Isaiah Likely, the 6'5" senior forward, has it in front of the Lancer bench. Caleb Jacobs retreating. Jacobs to Likely, 12 to shoot for the Tide. Likely stops to Jacobs. Jacobs, corner 3 is good for Beldor. Looks like that was only a 2 for Beldor, and on the near side, Lawrence is able to draw a foul. Once again, Beldor, number 15 for the Tide, making that shot from the corner. That was a 2, so it sets our score at 25-22. Tide has a 3-point lead. Kinsley gets it in to Rodriguez with 3:22 left in the second quarter. Lancers down by 3. Rodriguez finds a lane, wide open. Kinsley knocks it down. Christian Kinsley ties the game at 25. 3:06 left in the second here. Caleb Jacobs for the Tide. Kinsley's 3 ties it at 25 apiece, under 3 minutes to go as Jacobs gets it back. Jacobs, stolen by Reynoso, ball is loose. Lancer basketball as it goes out of bounds right in front of the Lawrence bench. Juan Felix Rodriguez and the Lancers trying to regain the lead here at the Tsongas Center. Crowd coming to life. Let's go Lawrence is the chant here at the Tsongas Center on the campus of UMass Lowell. Here's Ruiz trying to put the moves on Boyce. Camacho for 3, no good. Rebound is still loose, and it's grabbed by Jacobs. 25 apiece. Beldor to the rack. Gets it to go. What a tough shot by Beldor, and he's hurt. Beldor was looking for the foul. He gets the 2 high off the glass, and he falls down and appears to have injured his arm, maybe his wrist, the right wrist of Shuby Beldor, the 5'11" senior guard, will head to the bench after making a really tough shot to break this tie. Beldor able to make it 27-25 with 2:16 remaining in the second quarter. Everett High serving as the home team, wearing the home whites. The number 1 seed in this tournament against the number 2 seed Lawrence High Lancers in the blue uniforms with the white trim. Here we go, Lancer basketball, 2:16 to go in the second. Lawrence High down by 2 against the number 1 seed. The Lancers last Tuesday knocked off the 2-time defending champion Cambridge Rinch and Latin Falcons. We invite you to watch that game on our LPS Media YouTube channel. Kinsley couldn't get the 3 ball to go. Out of bounds up and over the backboard. Everett ball, 1:58 to go in the first half. Everett the ball and a 2-point lead. Here's Isaiah Likely working on Castillo. Likely gets the pick. Lancers ready for it. Likely trying to pass now, gets it to Jared Boyce. Boyce doubled, now Likely. Inside pass to Isles Smith. Second chance for Isles Smith. Thought he traveled with it rather. Boyce couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound Everett, second chance, couldn't go. Reynoso finally gets the board. Lancer basketball, and Reynoso draws the foul. Caleb Jacobs thought he had all ball, but trying to poke it out from behind. Jacobs guilty of the foul. It's going to be the first foul on Jacobs, fourth on the team. Lancers get a fresh shot clock, 1:15 to go until halftime. Here's Kinsley. Jaden Castillo with a little bit of room, kicks it to Camacho. Camacho now to Kinsley. Lancers have 14 to shoot. Rodriguez, the long tray, no good. Rebound to Likely. Everett with the ball in a 2-point lead, make it 4 as Caleb Jacobs gets an easy 2 in transition. Nice pass out to Caleb Jacobs. 46 seconds until halftime, 29-25. Lancers down by 4. Rodriguez, now Reynoso. Lancers have 17 to shoot. Here's Reynoso. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Juan Felix, 10 to shoot. 27 left in the quarter. Castillo, Lancers have 5 to shoot. Kinsley, the long three, and he knocks it down! Kinsley was knocked down as well. Could have been a foul after that shot, but Kinsley brings the Lancers within 1. 12 seconds to go until halftime. Everett basketball, stolen by Camacho. 7 seconds to go. Camacho kicks it to Kinsley. 3 seconds. Castillo puts it up. Castillo draws the foul with 0.3 seconds to go until halftime. And Jaden gets to the charity stripe with less than half a second to go until the half. Excellent job by the Lancer defense to get one last possession. Castillo ties the game at 29. And the Lancers have a chance to go to the locker room with a lead in the championship game of this MIAA Division I North tournament. 29-29, 0.3 on the clock here before halftime. Castillo at the line makes them both. The Lancers lead 30-29. And that's gonna do it. We are halfway done with the MIAA Division I North Championship game. The halftime score, the Lawrence High School Lancers 30, the Everett Crimson Tide 29. Folks, we want to thank you for joining us this evening on LPS Media. We're going to take a short halftime break and we'll be right back with the second half.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Él detesta hacer la tarea. Sí sé que es inteligente.
¿Por qué me resulta tan difícil?
Solo tiene que esforzarse un poco más.
Siendo mi mayor esfuerzo.
1 de cada 5 niños tiene dificultades de aprendizaje de atención. Aclare sus dudas en understood.org.
Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us on LPS Media for coverage of the MIAA Division I North Championship game between the Everett High School Crimson Tide and the Lawrence High School Lancers. After one half of play, your Lancers lead the Crimson Tide by the score of 30-29. The Lancers were down by as many as 10 points in that first half. They stormed back thanks to their outside shooting. Lancers went into the locker room up by 1. It's a historic night here for the city of Lawrence. The last time the Lancers made the MIAA Division I North Championship game was back in 2011 when they lost at TD Garden. The winner of tonight's game will face Mansfield on Monday night at the TD Garden in the state semifinals for Division I. But still, a whole lot going on here in Lowell to take care of before we start thinking about Monday. One of these two teams will be moving on. One will be going home. Reynoso kicks it to Ruiz, who can't get it to go. Lancers get a steal. Ruiz can't finish. Ball loose, and it's grabbed by Kinsley. Here's Christian Kinsley. Lancers trying to score first after halftime. 7:17 to go here in the third. Championship game of the North Tournament. Lancers in blue, Crimson Tide in white. Here's Rodriguez. Left-handed dribble, getting deep into the paint, can't finish. Rebound goes to Likely. 7 minutes to go here in the third. No points yet in the third quarter. Nice layup there by Isles Smith, the junior 6'4" center. Everett back in the lead, 31-30. Here's Rodriguez, coast to coast for the Lancers, and he gets two with the left hand. Lawrence High now on top, 32-31, with 6:37 to go here in the third. Isles Smith kicks it out, looking for Jacobs, but it was tipped out of bounds by Lawrence. 20 on the shot clock for Everett. 6:29 remaining here in the third. Crimson Tide basketball. They'll get set to inbound right in front of the scorer's table. Caleb Jacobs, the senior guard, gives it to Monty Campbell. Campbell working on Castillo. Now back over to Jacobs. 10 to shoot for Everett. Campbell high off the glass, no good. Rebound is loose. It's grabbed by Rodriguez. Now Kinsley over to Juan Felix. Kinsley in the corner. Rodriguez. Jaden Castillo comes out for it. Now kicks to the corner for Kinsley. Now inside Reynoso. 19 to shoot for the Lancers. Reynoso spins, gets it in. Does not get it in, beg your pardon. And Reynoso is able to draw the foul though. Let's see if it was before the shot or during. It was before. First foul of the second half. Reynoso trying to put it up, and he draws the foul once again. Strong move to the bucket by Luis Reynoso. And the star junior will head to the charity stripe for a pair of free throws. Lancers trying to extend their lead here. Reynoso makes the first of two. Sets our score at 33-31. Lawrence High, the 2 seed, trying to come up with a win here against Everett. Reynoso, a couple of big free throws here in the third quarter to make it 34-31. Lancers have their largest lead of the game at 3 points. Here's Likely. Now Caleb Jacobs. Bounce pass back to Likely. Lancers heating up on defense. They get another steal. Here's Castillo. Ball still loose. And it's going to be a foul, I believe. Let's see who it's on, or if it was a timeout called. Looks like it's going to be a loose ball foul. Nope. No foul called. And Lawrence was able to get in a timeout with Jaden Castillo scrambling for the ball, heads up play. Can take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Get the app or open up your browser to watch our videos. We have over 1,000 from the last 5 years currently featured. The Arlington Gator News, Season 2, Episode 4. And from SES TV, we have interviews with student musicians. And don't forget, you can watch or rewatch our broadcasts of Lawrence High Lancers regular season and playoff basketball games and re-experience this year's journey to the finals. Check out the Lancers' big wins against Lowell, Central Catholic, and over St. John's and Cambridge in the lead up to tonight's big game. You can check out all those videos and so much more on the LPS Media YouTube channel. 5:34 left in the third quarter. Lancers have themselves a 3-point lead, 34-31, and they've got the ball with 10 seconds to shoot. Castillo puts it down, now Kinsley, stolen, Boyce all the way to the basket, and he gets two. Great defense by Jared Boyce, number 2, the senior guard. He brings Everett within 1. Lancers up by 1 at 34-33. Reynoso can't finish. Rebound to Isle Smith, now Boyce. In transition, Boyce hanging in the air. And Everett regains the lead thanks to a pair of layups from Jared Boyce, number 2. 35-34, Crimson Tide back on top here in the third quarter. Here's Juan Felix for Lawrence. Inside to Reynoso, he's double teamed. Jaden puts it down. Jaden Castillo draws the foul. Let's see if it was on the floor or in the act of shooting. Castillo thinks it was a shooting foul. He's standing at the free throw line. Jaden is going to get 2 free throws, an opportunity to put Lawrence back in the lead if he can make them both. 4:39 to go in the third. Tied up at 35 after Jaden Castillo makes the first of 2. Lancers lead now 36-35, 4:39 remaining in the third here of the championship game in this MIAA Division I North tournament. Stolen by Rodriguez. Almost had it stolen back from him. Juan Felix kicks it to Ruiz, fakes the shot. He's got the mismatch. Ruiz on the center. Isle Smith puts it down. Nice move. Jaden kicks it to Kinsley. Juan Felix puts it down behind the back. Shoots the mid-range jumper. Couldn't get the fadeaway to go after it was halfway down. Here's Boyce. Left-handed drive. Boyce. What a move. Jared Boyce answering the bell here for Everett in the third quarter. Putting the Crimson Tide back on top by 1. Juan Felix couldn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. And Juan Felix lost it out of bounds. Everett basketball. 3:51 left in the third. Crimson Tide lead by 1 at 37-36. Castillo putting some pressure here on Monty Campbell, the junior. Campbell trying to bring it up the near side, guarded closely by Castillo, who now backs off. Lancers playing zone inside their 3-point line. Likely gets his own board and gets 2. Everett surging here. They've opened up a 3-point lead. 39-36, 3:22 left in the third quarter. Reynoso working on Campbell, now Ruiz. Inside to Rodriguez. Castillo, the open man, puts it down, triple teamed. And Castillo is able to draw the foul on his way into the paint. Campbell picks up the foul. That's the 4th team foul of the second half so far for Everett. No fouls on Lawrence in the second half. Fresh 30 for Lawrence. 3:07 left in the third. Lancers down by 3. Reynoso, spin move, off the glass. Reynoso opening up the bank on a Saturday night here at the Tsongas Center. 39-38. Everett on top by 1. Here's Jacobs working on Juan Felix. Here's Jacobs spinning around and handing off to Likely. Likely working on Castillo. Kicks to Jacobs. Jacobs into the paint. What a block! Reynoso, the rejection. Here's Ruiz all the way to the basket. Can't finish, no foul. Rebound Boyce. There's an injured Crimson Tide player as Rodriguez gets the rebound on the other side. The injured player was Likely, who jumps back into the play. Lancers have it back. Ruiz. That one would have made this gym explode, but Ruiz couldn't knock it down from the corner. It was halfway down. Boyce, meanwhile, getting the job done for the Crimson Tide. His fourth layup of this third quarter. Jared Boyce getting the job done for the Crimson Tide. He's had a phenomenal third quarter. And the Crimson Tide call timeout with the score. Everett 41, Lawrence High 38 with 2:02 remaining in the third. We want to thank you for joining us on LPS Media, and we'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools website on any browser. Just head to lawrence.k12.ma.us. Currently featured, 6 Gilmet Elementary School artists had their work featured at a Boston Youth Art Show. The LPS Dancing with the Stars Teachers Edition was a huge success, with LPS Media employee Fernando Rodriguez taking home the gold. And the Greater Lawrence Young Professionals Network read to students at the Gilmet Elementary School. Remember, you can read about all of those events and so much more at the LPS homepage on any device, lawrence.k12.ma.us. After the timeout, it'll be Lancer basketball. Everett has opened up a 3-point lead. It's 41-38 with exactly 2 minutes to go here in the third. Let's see if the Lancers can tie this thing up. The Lancers turn it over. Lancers trying to steal it back. Boyce once again. Boyce has 10 points here in this third quarter. As we mentioned just before the timeout, Jared Boyce answering the bell offensively here for the Crimson Tide, who needed someone to pick up the scoring after the Lancers opened up a 3-point lead. And now it's Everett by 5 as we move to the late stages of this third quarter. 1:26 to go in it. Reynoso making a move to the bucket. Can't finish. Stolen by Kinsley. Takes the 3. And Christian Kinsley with ice water in his veins, knocking it down. 3 ball is good for Christian. 43-41, the Lancers down by 2 now. Here's Isaiah Likely working on Camacho. Here's Likely, triple teamed, kicking it for Jacobs. Jacobs draws the foul. It's a block. Lancer crowd wanted a charge there with Jaden Castillo hitting the deck. Castillo's gonna pick up the foul. No shot on the play. Third personal on Jaden. First team foul of the second half for the Lancers. 58.7 left in the third. Stripped by Reynoso. Almost got the steal on Likely, but Reynoso stripped it out of bounds over the baseline. Still Everett ball, 27 to shoot, and 55 left in the quarter. Castillo comes out of the game in favor of Angel Vasquez. Everett trying to inbound here with Boyce. Boyce gets it into Likely, trying to hand off back to Boyce. The Lancers were ready for it. Jump ball. And let's see who the possession arrow will favor. First jump ball of the evening. Lancers get the ball by way of the possession arrow. Next time there's a tie-up, it'll be Everett ball. Lancers down by 2, 43-41, 48 seconds to go here in the third. MIAA Division I North Championship game. Winner moves on to the state semifinals at the TD Garden on Monday. Mansfield waiting for the winner of tonight's game here in Lowell. 10 on the shot clock for the Lancers. Here's Reynoso, puts it up with the right hand. Can't get the roll, rebound is loose, last touched by Reynoso. It's gonna be Everett basketball with 24.3 remaining in the third quarter. Everett has the ball in a 2-point lead. They're gonna bring in a sub, Marcus Alexis, number 23, into the game here. Everett can hang on to the ball for the last shot of the third quarter if they want to. Shot clock is turned off here, 20 seconds left in the third. Everett with the ball in a 2-point lead. Crowd looking for a traveling violation. Seemed to be an obvious travel, but it won't matter because Everett turns the ball over anyways. Out of bounds into the Everett bench. And the Lancers will have the ball with 14.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And now the Lancers can hang on to the last possession of the quarter if they so choose. Here's Rodriguez. 43-41, Crimson Tide leading. 8 seconds to go in the third. Rodriguez behind the back, triple teamed. Rodriguez had it stolen from him. 2 seconds to go. Likely comes up well short. And after 3 quarters of play in the MIAA Division I North Championship game, the Everett Crimson Tide lead the Lawrence Lancers by the score of 43-41. Folks, we want to thank you for joining us on LPS Media, and we'll take this opportunity to once again remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Some facts about our channel: in addition to our YouTube channel, we also broadcast on local cable, Comcast Channel 99 and Verizon Channel 41. We are an urban school district in Lawrence, Massachusetts, serving more than 13,000 students in 38 schools. Since joining YouTube in 2012, our channel has amassed over 728,000 views on its 1,147 videos. We want to thank you for watching LPS Media. It is a pleasure and a privilege to serve the city of Lawrence. The Tsongas Center is coming to life here in Lowell, Massachusetts, with this majority Lawrence supporting crowd showing up in big numbers to support their Lancers. Lancers led at halftime 30-29, and they are down by 2 as we get set to start the fourth quarter here from the Tsongas Center, the Kennedy Family Court on the campus of the University of Massachusetts Lowell, home of the Riverhawks. One of these two teams will be moving on to the Division I state semifinal at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. That'll be on Monday night. One of these two teams will take on Mansfield. One of these teams will be heading home after a wonderful season. Here's Likely with a strong move, and Isaiah Likely cushions the Everett lead up to 4, 45-41 here. 7:34 to go in the game. Reynoso out to Camacho, needs to make the open J. He can't. Rebound is loose. And it's grabbed by Everett. Nice job on the boards by Eric Thompson. And it looks like that's going to be a foul on Camacho, a push. Camacho picks up the foul, second team foul on Lawrence here in the second half. And here is Isaiah Likely for the Crimson Tide. He hands off to Nathaniel Mayhew. Into Boyce. Boyce almost had it stolen. Everett recovers. Likely couldn't finish. Rebound Reynoso. Boyce had a phenomenal third quarter. Lancers are going to need to try and bottle him up. Kinsley for 3. No good. Jaden Castillo couldn't get it to go on the second effort. Here's Likely pulling back in transition. Jump shot by Thompson is good. Everett going on a run here. And Everett gets a steal. Here's Boyce. He gets it to go. And Boyce is pumped up. The Lancers have had no answers for Jared Boyce, having a phenomenal offensive second half here. Boyce gets the layup to go, draws the foul, so he's going to be at the line for a free throw. And the Lancers want to call timeout to try and stop the Everett momentum. The score, 49-41, Crimson Tide on top with 6:37 remaining in the game. And Boyce is waiting for a chance to complete his three-point play from the free throw line. And we can take this opportunity to once again remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Here are some recent videos that our fabulous media department would like to share with you. An anti-bullying PSA from Spark Shorts, a study habits PSA from the Gilmet School, episode 2 of the international TV show, Inside LHS News for March, the Abbott Lawrence Academy's performance of Aida, and the Spark Academy Performance of the Week. Just search for Lawrence Public Schools on YouTube to watch the LPS Media YouTube channel on any device. All right, so let's reset things here for you. Jared Boyce is taking over this game here. The senior guard, 6'1", double digits here in the second half. He's going to try and convert a three-point play. And he does. The score now 50-41. Everett has opened up a 9-point lead. And let's see what the Lancers are made of here. Tough defense by Everett. Double team on Rodriguez, gets around, puts it up with the left hand, had it blocked by Thompson. Thompson almost stolen by Ruiz, but Ruiz knocked it out of bounds. 6:21 left in the game. Everett with the ball and a 9-point lead. Here's Isaiah Likely pushing up the pace. Likely guarded by Castillo, now hands off for Mayhew. Now Likely, 6:06 left in the game. 12 to shoot for the Crimson Tide. Boyce, he does it again. The Lancers just simply cannot stop Jared Boyce right now. And he could be the difference in this ball game. It's an 11-point lead, the largest of the game for Everett, with 5:48 remaining in the ball game. Reynoso is able to draw the foul here, and it's going to be against Isaiah Likely. Likely has his third personal, 5th team foul on Everett in the second half. 5:45 left in the game. Lancers down 11. Here's Ruiz trying to put the moves on Mayhew. What a move, but he couldn't finish, too high off the glass by Ruiz. Here's Likely in transition. Boyce, he's had the hot hand all second half. Couldn't get that one to go. Rebound is grabbed by Rodriguez. And the foul's going to be on Everett. 5:29 left in the game. Lancers still down 11. Mayhew picks up the foul. Second personal on Mayhew. 6th on the team. Here's Castillo for Lawrence. Castillo trying to drive around Likely, trying to leave it for DeLone. Stolen by Everett. And Boyce, as he has throughout this entire second half, gets a nice layup in transition. Ruiz is able to answer on the other end and get 2 right back. Still an 11-point game, stolen by Lawrence. Ruiz thought about shooting. Castillo underneath, can't finish. Castillo gets his own rebound, trying to get it to DeLone, and it's stolen by Everett. The pace picking up. Game getting a little sloppy here. Perhaps these two teams getting tired here as we go down the home stretch in Lowell. Everett in the driver's seat. They've got an 11-point lead. Boyce, this time he gets blocked, but Boyce is able to draw the foul. This second half has belonged to Jared Boyce, number 2. The senior guard, 6'1". The Lancers have had no answer for him. And he could be the reason why Everett is able to hold on here. The Lancers need offense, and they need it fast, and they also need to scheme a way to stop Jared Boyce, who is at the line for a pair of free throws here with 4:35 left in the game, and Everett on top 54-43. Finally, these two teams get their subs into the game. Reynoso takes his spot. Caleb Jacobs back into the game for Everett. And free throws coming up for Boyce. Boyce makes it 55-43, now a 12-point game. Largest lead of the night for Everett. The Lancers have hung tough, but have not played enough defense to keep this game close with 4:34 left. Lancers need offense, and they need it fast. Here's Camacho. Nice slicing move, but he can't finish. Here's Reynoso. He's stripped, and it's grabbed by Boyce, who's immediately double-teamed, and he throws it off of Kinsley. Smart move by Boyce. Everett retains the ball. 4:16 left, Everett the ball, and a 16-point lead. Jacobs working on Camacho. Jacobs gets it over the timeline. Now kicking to Thompson, stolen by Rodriguez, stolen back by Likely. Likely with the left hand, no good. Reynoso gets the board, and here come the Lancers. Juan Felix thought about the shot, now driving, gets it through two defenders, and it's just been that type of night for the Lancers. A missed layup. Here's Likely, draws the foul, gets it to go, and Likely is going to be at the line with a chance for a three-point play, and it's all unraveling here for the Lancers with 3:47 to go in the MIAA Division I North Championship game. Have the Lancers finally met their match here at the Tsongas Center. 3:47 to go. Three-point play. Isaiah Likely can't finish it. It's 58-43. Lancers down. That one is tipped out of bounds by Jared Boyce. He could be the MVP of this ball game. Jared Boyce absolutely going off in this second half. Lancers have been a great three-point shooting team all year. They're going to need something special to get back into this game with 3:38 remaining. They're down by 15. That's going to be a foul against Everett's Caleb Jacobs. Comes with 3:35 left in the game. It's going to be a one-on-one, or is it going to be an inbound? Nope, the Lancers are in the bonus now. So Juan Felix Rodriguez will be at the line with a one-and-one. Needs to make the first to earn a second free throw. No good, but the rebound goes to Ruiz. Reynoso driving baseline, and Reynoso draws the foul. And he's going to get two free throws as that foul was in the act of shooting. Foul comes with 3:28 left in the game. Still a 15-point lead for the Crimson Tide. It's going to take something special for the Lancers to come back here. Reynoso has a pair of free throws, and he bricks out the first. Everything going Everett's way here in this second half. A pretty evenly matched first half with the Lancers leading by one at halftime. But the Lancers uncharacteristically missing layups and free throws here down the stretch. It's a 15-point lead as Likely gets through Rodriguez. Likely leaves it for Mayhew, and Nathaniel Mayhew makes it a 17-point game, 60-43 with 3:11 left in someone's season. Here's Camacho who pops it. Comes up short, front rims it. Lancers trying to rack up some points here quickly. That three ball is no good. Reynoso grabs the rebound, and he is fouled. Nathaniel Mayhew is called for the foul. It's going to be free throws on the other end for the Lancers as Lawrence High is in the bonus. That's the 9th team foul for Everett so far in the second half with just under 3 minutes remaining in the game. Reynoso missed his last two free throws. First half of the 1-and-1, no good, out of bounds. And it was last touched by Lawrence, so it'll be Everett basketball here. 17-point lead for the Crimson Tide. Here's Likely. Behind the back on Rodriguez, likely all the way to the basket, can't finish. Mayhew the rebound, can't finish again. Rebound Reynoso. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz in transition, 2:36 left in the game. Ruiz pulls up, looking to pass, now Reynoso. Camacho for three. Well short, it's an air ball. Likely gets the board, now Jacobs. Jacobs leaves it for Boyce. No good. Mayhew trying to finish, now Thompson gets two. 62-43. It's a 19-point game. And the Everett High School Crimson Tide are pulling away in the championship game of this MIAA Division I North Tournament. 62-43 the score with 2:16 remaining. Folks, we'll take this opportunity to once again remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel. Here are some 2017 sports broadcasts for you to watch that don't involve the Lancers boys basketball team. Remember, we are your home for all LHS sports. Going back to the fall, we have Lancer football versus Andover, Lancer football against Tewksbury, a fall intramural highlight video, girls volleyball versus Dracut, LHS field hockey versus Central, boys soccer versus Andover, Thanksgiving Day football versus Central Catholic, girls basketball versus Tewksbury and Dracut, and finally, the LHS wrestling team in action against Methuen. Just search for Lawrence Public Schools on YouTube to watch the LPS Media YouTube channel on any device. So it's been quite a ride here for the Lancers in 2017-18. It's been a privilege to provide you with this commentary throughout the season. We want to thank all of our LPS media crews throughout the season. Our producer, Suzanne Fernandez tonight. My name is Jay Oza, here with you from the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts. As the Everett Crimson Tide are 2:14 away from a championship victory in the North Championship game of Division I boys basketball here in Massachusetts. Camacho says, hey, we're not done just yet, as he's able to knock down the three from the corner, 62-46. Everett in the lead with 1:55 left in the game. Jacobs leaves it for Thompson, who gets an easy two. 64-46, Everett on top. Here's Reynoso with 1:45 left in the game. Reynoso to Camacho. Kinsley can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Boyce. Now Jacobs trying to get a pair. Off the glass, no good. Rebound to Kinsley. 1:30 left in the game. Here's Chris Ruiz. What a dunk by Chris Ruiz. And the senior puts his stamp on this game with a right-handed jam. Too little, too late for the Lancers, though, who are down by 16 with 1:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Chris Ruiz with the strong move in transition. We've seen quite a few of those throughout Ruiz's high school career. I want to give a shout out to the Lancer seniors here. Miguel Camacho, Alessandri Cruz, Juan Felix Rodriguez, Christian Kinsley, Malik Bain, Sebastian Delone, who will see their high school careers come to an end in the championship game of this Division I North Tournament. At the line will be Monty Campbell here, as the Lancers are going to try and play the foul game. Down by 16 points here. 72 seconds left in the game as Campbell makes the first. 65-48 now. Campbell, money from the line. Let's see what the Lancers do here in the final 68 seconds of the game. Kinsley from downtown, way off to the right side, and the Lancers choose to foul here with Camacho. Camacho picks up the foul. 1:03 left, 66-48. Everett 63 seconds away from a championship celebration They are celebrating on the bench already. Here's Jared Boyce at the line. Misses the first half of the 1-and-1. 60 seconds left in the ball game. Rodriguez pulls up from downtown, too strong on the 3. Rebound goes to Boyce. Boyce is going to pull up with 51 seconds left in the game. Boyce is fouled by Christian Kinsley with 49 seconds left. Jared Boyce, he's got my vote for MVP of this ball game. Absolutely going off in this second half. The Lancers had no answer for him in the third quarter. Doing his thing in the fourth quarter as well. When Everett was able to put down the clamps on the star Isaiah Likely, they were also able for the most part to put the clamps down on Caleb Jacobs. It was the senior guard Jared Boyce who got it done offensively in the second half. He was absolutely the difference between these two teams. As Everett leads by 20. This is their largest lead of the game with 48.7 seconds left. Ruiz tees up a 3 and he knocks it down. Ruiz, money from downtown, 68-51. The Lancer bench calls timeout with 43.5 remaining on the clock. We want to thank you for watching the MIAA Division I North Championship game on LPS Media. The MIAA would like to remind you that the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association is committed to good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, citizenship, and responsibility are the trademarks of high school activities. Support school activities with your own display of good sportsmanship and help encourage America's youth to accept the responsibility which freedom demands. Support your local high school. See the future of America on display. Attend high school competitions in your community. This message brought to you by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. It's been a pleasure, folks, traveling to Lowell tonight to provide you with the coverage of tonight's game. Everett will move on to the TD Garden. They'll play Monday, 7:30 against Mansfield, who defeated Brockton last night. 40 seconds to go. Everett basketball, 17-point lead, stolen by Lawrence. Ruiz to Rodriguez, an alley-oop layup from Ruiz to Juan Felix. 68-53. Everett basketball with 20 seconds to go. Here's Boyce. Lancers not fouling here, 15 seconds to go. Boyce now in the corner. The shot is up for Amir Doughton, who can't get it to go. 7 seconds left in the game. Ruiz behind the back, 4 seconds to go. Ruiz for 3, he knocks it down. And that's gonna do it, folks. We want to thank you for joining us all season here on LPS Media covering Lawrence High School Lancers basketball. It's been a privilege. The final score of the MIAA Division I North Championship game. The Everett High School Crimson Tide 68, the Lawrence High School Lancers 56. It's been quite a ride. It's been an amazing season. We want to congratulate the Everett High School Crimson Tide, the champions of the MIAA Division I North playoffs. And thank you to the Lawrence High School basketball program for giving us this gift of a season. As always, we want to thank you for joining us on LPS Media. For my producer, Suzanne Fernandez, my name is Jay Oza. Thanks for joining us, Lancer fans, and we'll see you next time.